What's up, boys? Did you guys love that intro or what? I've been just geeking out over that for a few minutes now. I whipped it up, and I really love the finished product, how it turned out. But welcome back to another 3v3. We're starting off with some lag, some mega lag, as everybody connects to the game. We're up with Captain Cutter and Gamer Z, and myself, V, Sergeant Ronnie, Tiny Shoe, aka Socratic Atheist, and Mac and Cheese. And we got quite a doozy, quite a cheesy game on everyone's favorite fort. So let's get right on into it. I did go Rand all, and I was selected to play Forge. And as we all know, Forge has those juicy upgraded pads, which I've come to appreciate a lot more recently over the past few months. I think I've talked about this before, but I just found a new appreciation for Forge. Those heavy pads right at the beginning are really, really nice. Help you get a lot more units out on the field and help you get into higher techs a lot more quickly, like into like a candy shell, down tech, that sort of thing. And yeah, in the right hands, I think it can be better. It can be one of the best strats in the game. So standard play, I'm getting my triple hog gunner out. I'm on a little bit of a delay with my last pad, but since I'm Forage, it doesn't really matter, and you kind of have to do that anyways. I probably could have got some better crate micro, and it wouldn't have been a little bit of a delay there. But getting gunner, and I'm going to start clearing an expo out and just really go for that long eco boom this game. Anders is quick gunner. The Covenants are always going to go up on offense, so I'm going to try and get my tanks up as soon as I can. So I'm going to also try and get some more team games for you guys. I've heard that y'all really love those 2s and those 3v3s, so I will definitely try and find some more quality games to upload and to commentate on that. And speaking of more games, we have a live stream alert. Live stream coming up later at the end of July. We're going to be doing another viewer live stream, so no date announced quite yet, but we will be having one soon. I'm going to try to post about a week out, so that way everybody has enough time to get ready. We can get a lot of people, get a lot of spectators. So here's some more lag. But the Covenant is getting stripped over there. Sergeant Ronnie, the Brute, is getting stripped. But what was that? Holy crikey, he's getting the Cutter Brute Cheese. He went for the upgraded Vortex, completely caught me with my pants down, or with ours, and they just cheesed Captain Cutter's main base. I didn't see it, but I believe they also did a Mac Blast, maybe a Carpet Bomb too. I wasn't fast enough to see, but his base is dead. He's on a timer right now. He's got about 60 or so seconds, so I'm going to be clearing this base out over here with these 2 hogs, and I'm going to drive back up to this clear expo, or his former base, and just try to pause that timer so we can keep him alive. And he's just really just trying to stop the clock at this point. He's gonna have that expo building just so he has his countdown timer's not as bad. He's got about 20 seconds to wait still, so I think he's gonna be in the clear for us to get this base going. Definitely on unequal footings as it stands. Even though his entire base is stripped, he still's got a pad, and he's on a citadel, so that's very, very bad. He can just rebuild all those pads real quick and get them upgraded. So we're definitely on the back foot right now, but we're going to try to hold on here and get Cutter's main back online. I queued up a Cyclops there. I didn't mean to do that, and then I'm gonna actually get Fortress and try to get some tanks out on the field. But they're doing a good job over there of keeping any new pads from building, and I'm gonna just keep feeding Cutter so he can rage units and also have some extra cash for some supply pads. And in the meantime, we got a quick viewer shout out from our last video. Big shout out to Russell Glasser. Scored Formula. Grained Khrushchev. Hey Grained, how you doing, bud? Matt Holt loves your vids, Turnip. Well, I love you, Matt. Kush Blazin. Welcome back, Kush Blazin. Manuel Espinosa Ramirez. It's good to see you again. Tiny Shoe Atheist. I'm sure you'll be watching this one. Stock Market Stories, of course. Bubba Gump. Big fan of Bubba Gump. Sangre Azteca. Gosh, there's so many people. And, of course, Plush Dog and Jesse Cujo. That was all of you crazy bastards. Thank you so much for watching. And definitely keep your feedback coming. And, yeah. All right, now back into the game here. The Chieftain did find the Expo. So I'm going to try to go over there and help. But that upgraded Vortex just does a massive amount of damage, especially if it's a... if it's just an outpost like this. It's just, look at that. Look how much damage it does. But he did get Citadel at the very last second here. But my Hogs are just going to get swallowed up by that Vortex, and they're just going to Mac Blast it again. So it's not looking too hot at this point in time. We are still on offense. Chieftain is on one base. So to do all this Vortexing, I'm thinking they had to feed him a lot of money because he doesn't really have any pads. So maybe it kind of equals out in that point as they're not building as many things where we are kind of standing on our own. But yeah, so that second base is going to go down too. Unfortunate. But we do have our first tank coming up from Gamer to come on over and hopefully stop that brute. My co-commentator Dante is around here somewhere. Let me see if I can find him. He actually might be outside of the room, but it's been a hot minute since we got his perspective on things, so I'll have to maybe see if we can get his feedback on one of these future videos. But I've got my Tech 2 coming up, and I am getting my depot up finally, and I'm gonna still feed Captain Cutter some of that precious cash. That Forge Eco baby, he's got some money to spare, so we can deal with it. And yeah, we're just gonna get the base back up again. I'm getting the scout out. I'm queuing up repair kit. You don't see that very often, do you? Some tactical Cyclops. In this situation, we don't have a summit for engineers, so I'm opting, rather than have this base just cheesed constantly, I'm gonna get some Clops out on the field. Clops to help repair some of these buildings if they do get attacked. He is on the keep now, so that's gonna help out. And I'm just gonna start getting this base upgraded, get some more pads out, and just really start to get that forge train rolling. Staying hydrated, kids. Enjoying some dihydrogen monoxide here today on the show. Very clear, straight from the tap. I wouldn't have it any other way, but we got some Warthog aggression flying in. Cyclops support is inbound. And I do have my first tank up here, so I'm not too concerned about it, but we definitely don't want to just leave it unattended. But yeah, in regards to the videos for the 2s and 3s, yeah, I've been having some trouble finding some quality games. I've been usually doing it with some randoms when I have time, and that usually doesn't have the best result. It's either the teams are really unbalanced, or it's, well, yeah, I guess that's all there's to say. Teams are usually really unbalanced, and one side ends up, it's just a blowout. So I don't really like posting blowout videos where just one team just gets smashed. I just don't find it super interesting because you can kind of tell what the outcome's going to be of the game. And like my motto's always been, I just really love interesting games with some unusual tactics you might not see too often, or that have a really great back and forth. I think that's pretty entertaining. But we've got some forces up now. Gamer Z's pushing in up the right side, and I'm going to come in and assist right behind him and leave these Cyclops back at home in case there is somebody that sneaks up and tries to take him out. Oh no, actually, I'm gonna walk them into battle. They're gonna trot their way right up that path there.
Scorpion fueled and ready.
All units.
Pulling out.
We do also have an Anders. I'd say in the later game, our leader combo is a little bit better. Anders late game is a nightmare to deal with, especially with those gremlins. So that is one of the upsides here as the game gets a little further along. Should be a little easier for us, hopefully. But I'm queuing up that Tech 3 right now, and I'm gonna try to get some canister shells. I really need to learn like the actual builds for like canister shell power turret. Like how many pads, when do you build how many hogs, how many pads, when do you build your third reactor, fourth reactor, that sort of thing. I feel like that would really fine-tune some of the details that I can't talk today. But so we're pushing up on yellow here. We're gonna get the Grem stun and just start chipping away at some of these tanks. Cyclops making their way downtown, and he does have canny. We're gonna have some reinforcement tanks pushing in, so I'm not gonna want to fight into here. We're gonna kind of pull back and just recoup some health. Z does have some. He does have power turn, or not power turn, canister shell now, and there are some banshees coming up also. Whereas I am researching canister shell. But those Cyclops are here to save the day and come in with that clutch heal. I was trying to flare him down to let him know, but he keeps running right away from him. That Scorpion is still stuck over there. I think I had the flag set over there, and I'm gonna heal Cutter as well. But they don't have any expos on this side, so they must have them on the other side for their 2 UNSCs. It looks like Cutter is Captain Cutter, the player, not the person who's playing the leader. I think Mac and Cheese was playing Cutter in this game. He is going, looks like full on Arbiter in this game, which is not a bad idea. But there's some Banshees coming in. I'm going to build some more Cyclops and send him right on over, hopefully to deny him killing these pads and just add some health.
Local units. Local units. Local units.
But he is flying over the impassable terrain, so Arbiter's going to have a really tough time dealing with air. Speaking of air, here's some more air. I think that was Tiny Shoe. He was going into some Wingman Hornets, which is really not a bad play at this time. Just because we don't have too much anti-air up on the map, but we're all Tech 3, so it's not going to be too difficult for us to counteract that. I already do have 1 wolf on account of the Banshees, so it's going to be a little bit, hopefully a little easier to deal with.
Local units. Local units. Local units. Local units.
The Banshees keep coming in to harass, and Cutter can't really rage them too well due to the fact they'll just fly away. So I'm going to bring this Cyclops in for the clutch heal. I love healing. I love using Cyclops. Anywhere you can use them. They're just kind of slow, but hey, they do the job. That chain amplifier is so strong. I'm going to use that to drop a carpet right on top of those, weaken some of those guys, and just bring in some reinforcements here. Hopefully I can get a canister shell off on one of those guys, but looks like they ran away.
All units.
And I got a double collapse healing.
Local units.
I wonder what is... I wonder how much more slowly a Cyclops heals than an engineer. I kind of messed up there. I definitely should have had my... Should have been more aware and sent my Wolverines in to help, because he just got kind of annihilated all of his tanks there.
Enemy engagement.
But there is some power turret tanks, a lot of power turret tanks, a lot more than I have. I'm gonna sacrifice these Cyclops into the mix to just try to escape.
Local units.
Use them as human shields.
Pulling out.
Local units. All units.
But I've got a good amount of wolves, so I definitely got the anti-air support on our team. And I'm gonna focus a little bit on that, but we do have some vamps coming up also. And I think, did I just queue up my Tech 4? I can't remember.
Orders.
All units.
Yeah, three to four Wolverines is definitely enough, especially if they have, if the Wolverines have volley on them. That's going to be plenty to deal with,
All units.
like a mass amount of Hornets or Vampires.
All units.
We're going to catch these Hornets flying over here, and I'm going to just send in my AA to help deal with it. 'Cause it looks like we also have some enemy Vampires as well. Perfect placement for me right here, just kind of casually happen upon those Vamps. And I'm going to come in and support Cutter as I queue up some power turret.
Enemy engagement. Local units. Local units. Local units. Local units. Local units.
Fun fact, Cyclops are affected by adrenaline and their final upgrade high torque joints. If you watched my my tier list video, you can see the comparison of the actual speeds.
Local units.
So yeah, that's kind of cool.
Local units.
I also like building them on Memorial Basin. It is a very tiny map and can be useful there.
Units. All units. Local units.
But they're pushing in with the power turret. They squeezed me off from the rest of my forces, so I'm gonna just get out of there, try to avoid that, because no way those Wolverines can fight those.
Scorpion. Ready to roll.
And I'm just about on full pop now, so I'm gonna Pelican those guys out of danger and come in and help with the attack on this side. Try to catch them out of position.
Enemy engagement. Local units. Local
Also doesn't look like either green nor yellow. We haven't seen their expos yet. I'm counting on one of them to have it, probably the power turret. But we got eyes on the other two, and we don't see anything yet. But this is going to be a nice catch here. I think that early aggression definitely. I don't know if they were feeding one another with some crates, but it might have cost them to get their expos up a little bit quicker than you want.
Ignition bombs out.
Local units. Local units.
I'm basically committed here to just sacking these tanks too. If they do come in with resistance, I'll just repop them. I just want to kill this expo above all else. I feel that killing that will really help solidify the lead.
Local units. Local units.
Mac Blast coming down too. That's going to be even better.
All
Help just clear out whatever money that they have.
local units.
Target acquired.
Local units.
Tanks are finally sneaking in behind here, so I'm going to just run around in a circle
Local units.
as they all try to follow me around that path. But two of them are smart. They go around the right way.
All units.
And at this point, I'm just going to pull back as that base is pretty much dead. I'm also going to give my teammates a little bit of love here, some supplies. A lot of times I feel like in these higher level games, I definitely don't think I'm like the best or better than a lot of these guys. So I'm like, well, I don't really know what I'm doing right now, so I'm just going to give them money and hope they use it a little better than me. Also, I thought the base was dead. It actually wasn't. I left a little too soon,
All units.
and definitely screwed us on that one. That base is alive and well and is
All units.
definitely healed by now.
Local units. Local units.
And we are all close together, so I think it's safe for us to push back in and just try to see what's going on. But my cheeks are about to get clapped as all of those power turret tanks just come out of the shadows. Thankfully, Z comes out and does the chain ant blast and locks a lot of them down. So we're gonna just get into an all-out conflict.
Pulling out. All set. Send us in.
All units.
I'm ditching the Wolverines. I'm just switching straight over into tanks. I'm on a double pump. Probably could have picked up another base,
Pulling out.
but
Send us in. Systems green.
I guess just wasn't thinking about it at the time.
Send us in. Send us in. Send us in. Pulling out. Send us in.
We're all going to push on in here. Arbiter's coming in to support. We're all looking pretty good here. I'm going to get the cannies off. Stun some of those tanks there. And we're just going to kind of go to town.
All units.
Arbiter's at least Tech 2 from what it looks like. So that's going to be a force to reckon with. That heal's super strong too.
All units.
Did get a shield up on the base, but the heal wasn't that great. It's like very low health from what I can see. But everybody has transitioned into tanks. So that is, I think that is the best play in this circumstance. Just trying to overwhelm us. Maybe all vamps and 2 full arms of PT. That's like super strong. But that base is going to fall, and we do still have gremlins, so it's going to be tough to deal with that. Plus, these got fully upgraded Spartan tanks, too. But with that base falling, this game is going to wind up pretty soon. It was a cheesy beginning, but we did manage to pull it back. GG's to everybody playing. Thanks again to all you guys watching. Like I said again, watch out for the stream later on this month, and I'll catch you in the next video. This is your boy Turnip. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.